Yeah. I'm a student of the game. Yeah. I'm a student of the game. Not a clown, not a lame. Had to sit down. Shut up. Put respect on the name. No gimmicks, no tricks, no tactics for the fame. Just pressure, just mouthpiece, just blood in the game. See the dean in the bill, better know what it is. Mr. Luke Cario talk, better lock in and listen. April MC in the chat, yeah, she holding it down. Yeah, and the weak get exposed when the real come around. Yeah. A lot of dudes wanna talk, but they soft in the chest. Wanna run up on women, but ain't built for the test. They want cheat codes, fast lanes, microwave game, but they fold under pressure. They was never built for games. See, I came for the truth, not the fairy tale lie, not the corny fake sauce, not the weak boy cry. Had to learn how to speak, had to learn how to stand, had to stop being thirsty and become that man. Game ain't begging for attention, game ain't chasing no tail. Game is staying on your square while the fake dudes fail. Game is knowing who you are when the room get cold. Game is never selling out just to feel like you bold. I was soaking up the lessons, every scar, every bruise, every loss made me sharper, every cut made me choose. Either stay like the suckers always hoping she came, or become a damn student and start learning the game. I'm a student of the game. Not a clown, not a lame. Had to sit down. Shut up. Put respect on the name. No gimmicks, no tricks, no tactics for the fame. Just pressure, just mouthpiece, just blood in the game. See the dean in the bill, better know what it is. Mr. Luke Cario talk, better lock in and listen. April MC in the chat, yeah, she holding it down. Yeah, and the weak get exposed when the real come around. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's fire. Just fire, man. Yes. How y'all guys doing? It's your boy, the Dean, with my boy, Mr. Lucario. Mr. Lucario, what's going on with you, man?
Chilling. What's going on? Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We here. We are here. Right.
Good. Anything going on before we get the show started, brother? Anything going on?
Make sure that you guys go to shoplucario.com, badboymembership.com. Go to shoplucario.com to get your online dating consultations. I'm telling y'all need to get this ASAP, and also go to badboymembership.com to join the Bad Boy membership and get that cracking. Let's make it happen.
Yes, and hey, all my dogs out here, we're going to do, for my guys out here, the second hour. We met my dog, Miss Lucario, is gone. We're going to have a special boot camp for you guys out there to talk about more closed loops and open loops when it gets to this. So we're going to go ahead and get into that a little bit later. Let's get into this game. So we're going to talk about 5 brutally honest identity changes to prove that you're the kind of man that women cannot ignore. And we do have a question. Guys, remember, if you have a question, please put a Q and we will answer the question. Ricardo, you want to answer the question that someone already put on there? You want to?
Yeah, I can answer this.
Okay, guys, we do answer questions first. So if you got a question, go ahead and put a question or something like that. Put a Q in there. We got y'all covered. So this young man says, does knowing your tribe really matter?
Steve is already malfunctioning.
No. I'm just, no. You know, I was talking to a client this morning. I guess it was this morning, and I kind of brought you up, Lucario, no Diddy, because the young man is, I think, of African descent. But he's wearing dreadlocks, right?
Right.
I said, well, look. I said, okay, Mr. Lucario can wear dreadlocks because that's part of the, because you're from the islands, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, my family's from there. Yeah.
I'm saying your heritage is part, islands, dreads. That's part of your tribe, right?
Right.
and I told him, because he's like, okay, well, here's my problem. I went to talk to this woman at nighttime, but I couldn't go across the street because I didn't want her to think that I was going to rob her. And I said, wait a second. I said, the problem is, I said, a lot of you YNs, y'all are pretending to be something that you're not. If you're not from the islands or something like that, like my dog Lucario, remember, I love New York, had your dreads and shit.
Right.
That's one thing. But a lot of young men are wearing dreads and pretending to be part of a tribe that they're not even a part of. So their identity right there is already messed up because they're trying to be something that they're not. What say you, man?
Yeah, so basically what he's saying is, because and shout out to Ron Mills, because Ron Mills talks about a lot about this. For those who don't know the tribe, what he's talking about is the women that you generally come across that like are, they're generally attracted to you because you're their type and all that other stuff. But what happens is this: a lot of you guys because he's saying, should you just talk to whoever? What I'm telling you guys is that y'all need to step your game up, because you're not going to even know the signs and signals of a woman being interested in you anyway. That's what I'm saying. So a lot of times you guys skip steps. So this is the thing. You guys are asking a calculus question, but you still got to learn
how to count.
Right. You got to learn the multiplication and adding and subtracting first. So what I would say to this question is, get some coaching, but also start talking to and interacting with women, period. You understand what I'm saying? So that you can get more experience dealing with women in general. You see what I'm saying?
And for a lot of you guys out here, this is why being a student of the game helps you guys, because most of you guys don't understand that the game is already over before you guys walk up. Even if you look at this comment right here, look at the influence that you're saying, that because you don't believe in yourself. And we look at what you're saying right here. He says, does knowing your tribe really matter if you still have to approach women you find fuckable? Even if they're not part of okay. You have to learn in the game, like LaCar was saying, calculus, you have to be your own tribe. You guys are too busy trying to be a part of a woman's tribe. You guys look at women and LaCar, let's talk on this real quick, because this is where maybe it's a bar, maybe it's a club, and the music's moving and it's whatever. The moment that you see a woman and your mind starts running the calculations, Lucario, what do I say? How do I approach? What is my opener? How do I make her laugh? What questions do I ask her? You are no longer a part of your own tribe. You're trying to see what you can do to fit in to her tribe, Lucario. Right.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what we're saying, is that when you guys don't have game, you're always going to fall into what the woman wants you to do. You're going to end up following the woman anyway. So that's why we're saying that you guys have to get immersed in this game, learn the game, so that you can be out there and actually having women follow you, having them follow your lead, being under your program. But you need to understand this game and be a student of the game to have a program, to have that structure, to understand. Because this is the thing. As soon as y'all see a woman y'all think is pretty, it's over. Y'all are under her spell already. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like your heart is beating fast. You're nervous. You're sweating. You're like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. And then this is how a chick can run game on you. Or you're going to get a lot of chicks who are just going to be rejecting you outright because they see that you're, on some goofy shit. It's crazy.
Right, exactly. Guys, got a question. Please put a cue. The lines are open. Yes, the lines are open. But the thing is, gentlemen, most of you guys are not really making decisions because you don't have an identity to make decisions. What you're doing is because of Lucario. Again, a lot of these young men don't know the difference between book smarts and street. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of these guys out here, y'all are too busy taking polls. You're too busy looking around before you speak. You check the faces before you act. You soften your opinion before it ever leaves your mouth. I'll give you an example, Lucario. One of my clients just got off the phone with. I told him I'm going to tell everybody about this shit. So he's in a foreign country. So a woman is at a bar and he's talking to her, and he's like, "Well, what brings you here? You're from the United States, but what brings you to our country?" I said, "Why the fuck are you asking that question?" Well, he's like, "Well, because I'm trying to have a conversation." I said, "No, the car. This is where they don't understand about the identity. They think, because when you don't have the game, they think that, Lucario, that you got to put it all there. You gotta impress a woman. You gotta put everything out at that bar by asking a bunch of bullshit questions that have nothing to do with anything. Let's talk about that, man."
Yeah, the thing is, you got to understand, a lot of guys are on autopilot. So what they do is that they say things and do things that they've heard other guys say and do. They think that they need to come at a girl a certain way. So then they ask, "Oh, hey, how's it going? What are you up to today? And, where are you from?" And now, listen, there's nothing wrong with that if you're just, let's say, you're at some networking party, you just have a regular conversation and it's just some, business type of thing. But you guys, what happens is that y'all actually want to make something happen with the woman sexually, and y'all come at them very platonic and regular, boring. So this is why we're trying to get y'all out of the habit of doing that. You see what I'm saying? So you want to start getting into the habit of being able to interact with a woman based on who you actually are and not hiding behind all of these boring questions and all these boring statements that you're saying. So the thing is this, right? Is that y'all got to understand the reason why y'all get pushback a lot of times is because when a woman first experiences you, she's like, oh, this guy is just like the rest of the dudes. He's just like everyone else. So when you say stuff like, hey, do you come here often? You understand? Like, she's like, okay, so he's like every other dude. Like, you don't do anything to disrupt the pattern. You understand?
Right. You got
that's what
they don't know. Okay, that's the problem. They think they're disrupting the pattern by doing what everybody else is doing to try to disrupt the pattern. And what they're doing is, you're not saying what you believe because, Lucario, you can't say what you believe because you don't have the game to believe in yourself. And because you don't believe in yourself, you're going to say what makes you feel safe. You know, a man with the game, what draws the woman in, we'll talk about this, a man with conviction, Lucario. I'm not trying to get her permission. The fuck would I get? I don't care what, man, I do not give a fuck what she's going to say. I'm just gonna put it, I'm gonna lay it keep straight like you would, Lucario. This is who I am. This is what's up. But I'm gonna leave it right there because she still gotta go around and meet other people and talk to other people and interact with other people. But everybody's getting it wrong because it seems like they're trying to get permission too quickly, Lucario. Let's discuss that.
Right, exactly. And that's the thing is that, you know, most of you guys out there, what you're doing is that you're waiting for a woman to give you a cue. You're subconsciously to be yourself. You're like, okay, well, let me see if it's okay for me to say this or do this or come at her this way. And then that right there, that timid energy is a thing that makes you a guy who she's not going to be attracted to, who she's going to be like, he's just like everybody else. I don't really care. Like, there's nothing here. And so that doesn't really get her feeling that feeling. See, this is what you guys got to understand, right? Y'all forget that you're not the only one who's talking to her or came up with her. You're not the only one who's having a conversation with her. You're not the only one who said the same thing that she just heard you say from a billion other dudes.
Right.
So that's what it is. It's crazy.
Yeah, is that guys got a question? Put a Q. We got y'all covered. But Lucario, that's what I'm saying. So because they're not learning the game, they're always going to wait to be accepted by the woman. And when you have the game, I accept me. So I'm giving her. They don't understand. You can give women opportunity. I'm giving you an opportunity to fuck with me. And a lot of young men who haven't accepted themselves and don't have that identity, it's like we're talking foreign language right there. What do you mean a woman that can never happen? What do you mean be an opportunity? Women don't work like that. No, in your world, because of your lack of an identity, which is also the reason why she doesn't want to talk to you. What's the incentive, Lucario, for her to talk to an average guy, brother? Right,
that's what I'm saying. Because remember, all these dudes are coming at her all the time. Right?
Yeah.
So what happens is that when a bunch of dudes come at her all the time, she develops a filtering system. Okay, well, I say this or do this, I just, ignore them because it's the same thing. You understand what I'm saying? And it's but when something different comes along, it's like, oh shit, what's going on here? So you already catch her attention by you being different in the first place. And then she gets brought into your world, and then you give her the opportunity to fuck with you. That's how it works. So a lot of times, you guys, what happens is that y'all are trying to get into her world. You're like, oh, she's hot, she's bad. Let me try to impress her. And so the thing you got to understand is this, right? See, when you guys are doing this thing backwards.
Yes.
You're thinking, well, I'm attracted to her. And then you start to say, well, I like her. And so now I want her to like me because I like her. You understand what I'm saying? Yes. And then that's how you get caught up. And this is what makes you unattractive. Because what happens is a woman doesn't care that you like her. She cares if she likes you. You see what I'm saying? And so in order for her to like you and be attracted to you, she has to see you as the opportunity. This is what we keep trying to tell y'all. But the way that you guys behave, you do not come off as the opportunity. You come off as the average guy that she's just going to be like, okay, here we go with another goofy, lame, needy, clingy weirdo. Let me get out of here.
Absolutely. It's like, LaCar, they're renting their personality to try to fit into the woman. And when you when you learn the game, you learn that you don't shift from anything but yourself. And I guess they're so used to asking what I call invisible questions that, and what I mean by an invisible question, gentlemen, anything that comes out, when you don't have the game and you say something to a woman, you want it to stick, but it's like smoke. It's like fog. It's just women have heard the same thing over and over and over again. And I know a lot of people think, okay, well, if I make it about me, that's going to be weird. You know what I mean, Lucario? She might not like me. It's like they automatically go in these situations with women, assuming that I'm already going to lose. You're saying they lost because they go in saying that, you know what? Well, I don't have a chance. Look at all these other guys. That guy over there has a better outfit than me. That guy over there has more muscles than me. That guy, like, he has a better watch than me. I can't win in all that, but that's where they get it wrong.
Right.
Because they sit around and they don't lock into what's important. Lucar, you got it, man.
Right, exactly. And that's a big thing where guys are focusing on other guys. They're like, oh, well, I don't look like him. I'm not as tall as him. He has more money. Women are going to want him instead of me. And then so therefore you start downing yourself and having this low self-esteem because you're focusing on other guys. And what we're telling you is that this is why it's important to have a masculine identity. This is why it's important to understand the game and have game. Because when you do, you don't think like this. You're focused on you at all times. You're focused on yourself. You understand what I'm saying? And so what happens is that when you are interacting with these women, even when you interact with these women, you're focusing on yourself. See, that's the difference. See, when you don't have game, right? The same way you're focusing on the other guy, thinking he's taller or better looking, is the same way you're focused on the woman when you're talking to her, wondering, what does she think about me? Does she think I'm cool? Is she like me? You're still focused on someone else besides yourself. But when you have game, you're focused on yourself, and you only interact and deal with women and pay attention to when the woman is focusing on you, when she's going in your direction, when she's doing the things that you want her to do. And then that's when you actually bring her into the situation.
Right. So many guys got a question, put a Q lines over. So many guys, Lucario, they are because they don't have the game, they believe in words. They don't look at the woman's action. They believe, and they're blinded by the words because they don't have a standard, and they are so comfortable being led by their fear. And they love women. Again, I understand why a lot of guys think women are the enemy. And a lot of guys think women are bad and women are terrible and dating is not the same like it used to be in 1948 or 1865. Women used to be so different. But were you born in 1846?
Right, exactly right.
It's weird. Yeah, they think this thing. But what I'm saying is that when you learn the game, you've got to stop trading in your standard for a temporary belonging. I see a lot of young men don't want to admit to Sicario. They want to belong. They want to feel like they are somebody in this construct of this bubble or thing that we're in. And they want a woman to see them for more. I want you to see me, accept me, give me something. And that's the weakness, because that's all women hear. But until they meet one of us, Lucario, they meet one of us, the game changes. What say you, bro?
Yeah, because the dudes are always begging to be loved and shit and be liked. It's like you gotta understand that a woman don't give a fuck about that. You gotta see, a woman gives a fuck about herself, right? And so because she gives a fuck about herself, she's like, I want to be around a man. And so when you are a man, she's like, oh, I want him. I want this situation. So this is why we say it's the opportunity. So basically what happens is, because she wants you, then you're giving her opportunity to get with you. And when you give her opportunity to get with you, what you're essentially saying is that you have to follow my lead. You have to do the things that I'm doing, go in the direction I'm going, and then you can benefit from being around me. But the thing is that the key word is benefit. She benefits because she sees the value in you, but she sees the value in you because you already seen the value in you. That's why you coming at her that way. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times what happens is, and this is the thing, if you guys are well versed in this game, what's gonna happen is when you start talking to women, they're gonna say shit like, "Oh my God, you're so cocky," and "Oh, do you say this to all the girls?" They start giggling and shit. They start asking you a bunch of questions, wondering about you. You know what I'm saying? So that shows you that they're intrigued by what you're saying and what you're doing, but they're not gonna be intrigued if you motherfuckers is out there running behind them and trying to court them and trying to be a gentleman and doing all this other goofy shit.
Right. Look, Cara, absolutely, man. You guys, it goes into the first thing. Look, you roll right into it. See, the thing is that they think that you got to be a total asshole or something like that. They think Lucario, what makes us great men and great lovers is that we're not stubborn. We're not cold. We're not dismissive. We're not impossible to reach. That's kitty thinking.
Right.
The thing is, a woman is not turned on because a man is difficult for no reason. She's turned on because he has weight and he doesn't collapse into whatever shape that she demands of him. See, the problem is a lot of guys saying, well, how can I sleep with her? Well, let me try to figure out what she wants. And then they sit around and listen to all these fairy tale wants that women want. Fuck what you want. I will never understand why these guys are going to sit there and listen to what the fuck a woman wants. Do you think a woman's actually going to tell you what she wants to get her pussy? You think she's really going to tell you on a profile, well, I want a guy to take long walks with. I want a guy to I don't know, row a boat or some shit like that. And then they try to follow what the woman wants to do. You've got to break the algorithm by not trying to be what she wants. But it has to be an emotional. See, that's what Lucario, that's what they understand about the game. They're so busy on the surface, they don't understand what drives a woman's behavior. It's her femininity, her sexuality, it's her emotions. But how can you tap into that source, Lucario, if all you're doing is trying to spread her ass cheeks open like it's porn?
Right, exactly. And the thing is that, a lot of guys don't understand this because they're coming at it from this, from their male brain of, oh, well, you know what? I'm just going to look max and I'm going to do max and I'm going to look really good and then she'll like me. Because he's thinking about, I like her because she looks a certain way. So let me look a certain way and then she'll like me. And then the problem is that, see, again, y'all don't understand because y'all are looking at shit surface level, right?
Yes.
You got to think about and understand, right? A woman is an expert, right? In deciphering what type of dude she's dealing with based on your behavior, because she's seen your behavior a million fucking times. So she's like, oh, if he says this, acts this way, or he's behaving like this, then most likely he's the type of guy that I can play around with and play games with. If he says this, acts this way, and does this, then okay, he is most likely a man and I'm attracted. So if I want to keep this going, I got to follow his lead and I got to be what he's about. That's how it works.
Yeah. And guys, got a question, put a Q, lines open, but I think that's what they don't understand. I keep trying to explain to these young men that she doesn't even recognize you because she's already met you, because you think that asking her about her day, you think you're the first man in her life to ask her about her day versus the man that doesn't ask about her day, where she asks you about your day. See, the thing is that when it comes to sexual attraction, gentlemen, it's built in and lives inside this thing called tension, not chaos, not disrespect, not emotional games, not pickup lines, Lucario, but tension. That is saying that as a man, I am not going to allow you to swallow me up and make me think that I got to sit around and do these things. Like a woman, Lucario, wants to feel a man that has enough internal. That's where the identity is at, gentlemen. Internal strength to lead, not to boss her around. Remember, Mario, that's where everybody gets it all twisted. They think we boss women around,
right?
We control them. No, we give them something that nobody on the internet talks about: free will. That means this is who I am. You decide what the fuck you want to do, and whatever you want to do, Lucario, I don't give a fuck, because I'm not the boss. Look, the only person that can be her boss is her boss or her father. Those are the only two. But that's the problem. People think that when we're talking about the game, we like we talking about street game, like grabbing her and shaking her. But Lucario, go ahead and reply to that. We got a question, but Lucario, what say you on that? And we'll grab this question.
Yeah, the thing is, a lot of guys, unfortunately, when they're dealing with women, right, because they want the woman so bad, what happens is that they start to, from the beginning, and this is why I say you guys have to have a game, is that they end up submitting to the woman without even realizing it. Because as soon as you are caught off guard, or you're caught up in or really attracted to her just based on how she looks, then your behavior and everything else is going to follow that. And then therefore, this is why you're not going to get them, and you're going to repel the women that you're dealing with. You see what I'm saying?
Now, young man, this is a great question, but this is important. He's saying, what does it actually mean to be different? Okay. Again, young man, for us to tell you that's like trying to teach a blind person the color green. That's why. Okay, there's this motherfucker. I don't know where he's at, but there's always this motherfucker that's always talking about the truth is inside of you. But you cannot see what it means to be different because you want to be like everybody else. Mario, do you see what I'm saying? He's saying different how? What do you mean different how? You all, they don't, the card, that's what they understand. You are all unique in your own way. But the problem is, the card, I'll keep trying to tell you guys, y'all are operating off of a wrong and outdated system. The system is saying, kiss her ass,
right,
go behind her, throw roses at her feet, and uplift her and worship her. Fuck no. You're not supposed to do that, Lucario. Let's talk on that.
Yeah, the thing is, because you're saying, what does it actually mean to be different? Because this is the thing, you are already different. You're just being the same because you're conditioned to be the same. So for example, a lot of you guys, right? What you do is you see a woman and then you want to talk to her, and then when you talk to her, you say the same thing every other guy says because you're trying to be pleasant and nice, right? You're trying to do what society told you to do. You're gonna take her out on 3 dates, right? You're gonna spend a bunch of time on the phone with her, getting to know her. So how are you different if you're doing the same thing every other guy is doing, which is taking her out on 3 dates, courting her, getting to know her, taking her out to dinner, doing all these other stuff. So what happens is you're doing these things because you think this is what you're supposed to do. What we're saying is that that you probably don't want to do that. So if you don't want to do that, what do you want to do? But are you confident enough and brave enough to do the things you want to do, say the things you want to say, and be the man you want to be? So that's the issue, is that, see, you're already different. What happens is that when you have game, you rip apart all of the things that are making you the same as everyone else, so the difference can shine. That's what we try to tell y'all. So we're helping deconstruct the bullshit that you already have on you and the mentality that you have at this point, so that you can actually be the one talking to the woman versus your conditioning talking to the woman. It's crazy.
Right, because if y'all guys watch the internet and watch all these guys give you theory, they want you to control every situation, but not control yourself. If you notice, they're always talking about control the woman. But control comes from insecurity, guys. Leadership comes from direction. We got a call right here. Area code 31. Is this Netherlands or Switzerland? Keep forgetting.
This is the Netherlands.
Okay, Netherlands. Okay, what's going on? And Max, we got your question next, buddy. What's your question, buddy? What's up, man?
Yeah, so from all you're talking about it's about breaking the pattern that you move in, and be more than what you think you can be.
Okay, one thing at a time. Here's the problem.
Yeah.
You think every time you watch, okay, when you shift from going your own way to being on your purpose, you think you're breaking a pattern. You think when you shift from being on your purpose to no fap, or from no fap to high value man, from high value man to money, clothes, and status, from money, clothes, and status to looks maxing, from looks. So every time you keep looking for something, you think you're breaking a pattern, but your mind is always keeping the pattern the same. You're still okay. I'm gonna try Lucario real quick. Just because, okay, when you stand in the middle of your room, right? You see 4 walls. You're just looking at one wall. There are 3 other walls. So what your mind is actually doing is it's saying, okay, well, let's look at a new pattern. Instead of looking at the wall that has the window, you turn and look at the other wall and think
right,
you're actually growing, but you're still stuck in the same hole because that's how the mind tricks you.
You're still in the same room.
Still in this, that you go, Lucario, you're still in the same room. And then when Lucario and I try to tell you that you got to get out of the house, you think you start talking about us. Where are your receipts? What the fuck do you have? And all this other shit.
Right.
I'm just telling you, get the fuck out of the house, Lucario.
Right. So yeah, so that's the thing. So what it is y'all, so you got to get out of the mindset, right, of trying to jump from one thing to another, and then you trick yourself into thinking you've changed, or trick yourself to thinking that you actually seeing what's going on. The issue really is this, right? Is that you have to, this is why we always say the game is not about women. This is why it's the hardest thing for y'all to understand. You have to totally get outside of the idea of anything having to do with women. Yes. And that's when you're going to be the most attractive to women. It's like a paradox. It's almost ironic, because the thing is this: most of y'all will come up to us and say, okay, I'm asking you guys questions. I want to learn certain things so that I can get more women. You understand? So even with that statement, that is coming from a certain mentality, which means you're still in the cycle of trying to quote unquote get women, which is you're still in the same thing. You see what I'm saying? So we're trying to get you out of that mentality so that you can get to the point of saying, listen, the game is about me, right? I'm not focusing on women. I focus on myself. So essentially the only women that I'm interacting with and dealing with is a reflection of me, my program, and my standards and my structure. Do you see what I'm saying? So this is what we're saying, where, so y'all will hear us say something like, well, listen, I don't give a fuck about what these women are doing or what these women are saying, or I don't give a fuck about these women. And what we're essentially saying is that I only give a fuck about her through me. You understand what I'm saying? That's what we're trying to get you guys to understand. But y'all give a fuck about women just because. Y'all like, oh, she's so hot, so now I care about her. I like her. She's wifey. She's a baddie. She's this, she's that. Now, once you think that, you say, okay, what do I need to do to quote unquote get her? So now you say, okay, let me take her out to dinner. Let me call her 2 or 3 times. Let me double text her. Let me get on the phone. So now you're in this world of trying to do things to get her versus allowing her to get you. And allowing her to get you means is that you understand who you are, and then what you let the woman know is that you're the opportunity for her to get with a man, right? But that comes with your behaviors. You see what I'm saying?
All right, let me give you an example. We always love these examples. Carl, I'm gonna want you to read this. I'm gonna read this to you. The guy said, fuck wanting a nut, I want the bread. You see how fucked up he is? You see how fucked up he is? Yeah. And I want to let y'all all know, women know guys like this, caller. They know the annoying guy, the jealous guy, the boring guy, the validation seeker, and the fake motherfucker like this guy right here. This motherfucker doesn't, you know why he wants to get the bread?
So
because the bread is going to cover up the fact that he ain't shit behind the bread.
Mm-hmm.
He knows he's not a man. He knows he doesn't have game. And see, what he thinks is because he gets money, right? That he's special. Yeah. But everybody has money. Everybody, what y'all understand is someone's always going to have more money than you, that's going to be taller than you. It's going to have a bigger
It's
house
always
or a
a
nice
bigger
car. Right. So what is getting the bread? So what he's doing is that he's showing his insecurities. See, he can't get a nut because he can't get no pussy. So because he can't get any pussy, he gonna say, well, fuck getting a nut. The fuck is that about? What motherfucking man ain't trying to bust a nut? That's crazy. fuck getting a nut. I want the bread. Fuck out of here with that silly shit.
But that's still because he's trying to reject women, as in
No, he
make it
rejects
not
himself.
a part of what he wants, but still makes it about the women because he wants to ignore the women now.
No, he's lying and rejecting himself. That's what they do. Okay, all right. See,
Yeah.
look at him. Look at it. See that? See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? These little YNs come in here. Okay.
So call up, fam. Call up next.
You had to call up next. Because if not, you getting the fuck out this room. Because we don't like. You need to take your bitch ass back to the manosphere or wherever the fuck you came from. Because we here to teach, bitch. Anyway, back to you, young man. This is what we're trying. This is what we're trying to say to you, man. The thing is that a lot of you young men out here, you want women on your terms, but you've never made any terms with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that you've never made any terms with yourself is why you're not getting. Women want a man that is when Lucario walks up and rolls up on a woman, the reason why she can't read him is because she can't. Remember, women can recognize weakness. That's what we keep trying to tell y'all. We're the only ones that tell you on the internet. While everybody's telling you how fucked up women are, we're trying to tell you women have game. And women are smart enough to recognize femininity in a male before she can recognize masculinity. Because masculine men are very rare. Very rare.
Yeah.
So when she meets one, it changes up the whole algorithm. Lucario, what say you, sir?
Yeah, and that's the thing. So you got to understand, women don't meet a lot of masculine motherfuckers and a lot of men who have game. So when you have game and she meets you, right? What happens is that she's gonna shift to what she needs to be in order to get you. This is why we tell you guys that y'all are shifting for the women. Remember, somebody's gonna shift. Somebody always tell you somebody is going to follow somebody.
Yes.
So most of you guys follow women. And what we're telling you is that women are supposed to follow you, but they're not going to follow you if they don't see any value in you. And they're not going to see any value in you unless you see value in yourself first. So when you see value in yourself first, the women see value in you, and then they basically fall in line, which means they submit to your way and how you do things. But as soon as you see a woman, you be like, oh man, she bad, she hot. And then you start changing yourself to appease her, accommodate her, to get her, then you've already lost. So this is the thing. If you're trying to get women, you've already lost. It's that simple.
Right, because here's the thing. Women have to earn us. And that's the separation. But the question now, here you go, Carter. This is important because a lot of young men can't answer this question. The reason why we say earn us is because we know why us, number one. Okay. Remember, I told you there's two things that you gotta know. Number one, out of all the men, why you? So we already know why us. But when they're with us, how is it that we can make every other man irrelevant? See, if you can't do those two things, then you're always going to run behind her. And a lot of young men, okay, remember, they want to work on their clothes. They want to work on their status. They want to work on their lifestyle, but they don't understand the opponent. A woman is going to tear all that shit. That's what they don't understand. Now, I'm not, Lucar, we don't try to give women credit here, but I'm just being honest with you motherfuckers. All they're going to do is they're going to rip all that shit that you have built up.
Right.
And they're going to say, let me look at this motherfucker from his core. And if they see a tiny little motherfucker, scrawny, scared, and weak, they ain't fucking with you. Or they're going to use you to get what they want without fucking you, Lucario.
Mm-hmm. Right, exactly. And this is why having game is so important, because what y'all don't understand is that when y'all are talking to women, when y'all are on a date with a chick or whatever it is like that, she's already seeing this and feeling this in the situation, right? So what happens is that what a lot of you guys do is you expose yourself as a guy who's going to run behind her, right? From the beginning. You understand? So for example, like you see a chick and you think she's hot or whatever, and let's say y'all exchange numbers and you hit her up and then she doesn't return your text, and then you double text her. As soon as you double text her, if she hits you back, you still lost because she sees that you're willing to chase her. You've already chased her by double texting her. You see what I'm saying? It's little shit like that y'all don't realize that you're doing, that's causing the woman to to basically play games with you.
Right. What are you going to draw her out with to open the loop? Remember, y'all are dealing with women that are closed loops. The only ones that have the game are the ones that's going to open that loop up to give her enough space, like Lucario's saying. Cario doesn't have to double text because the impact of what Lucario's saying is going to make her want more of whatever it is he was saying to her before, which is going to make her say, well, damn, what is he doing? What is he up to? Is he online right now? Let me check. And if he's online right now, why isn't he messaging me? Well, maybe I need to go ahead and nudge him, send him a message, send him a meme, send him a joke, send him something so we can continue the conversation because I miss talking to him. You see how that works? Yeah. Well, you guys are doing the game. Yeah, but you guys are doing the exact opposite. Y'all are running behind them. Is she online? Who is she talking to? Like I say, let me double text her or give her a nudge. And that's where y'all lose, Colin.
Playing by her rules instead of your own.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Then.
Oh, we try to make sense sometimes, man. Okay, so you got any other questions, brother?
No, man. No, thanks.
Great call.
Respect to you.
Great call, man. We'll throw you in. Thank you, sir. All right. Now lines are open, guys. Y'all want to call in? We were going to wait for you, sir. We're gonna wait for you to call in. You got a minute to call in. You gotta get out, sir. We'll wait for you to call in because if you don't want to learn, we gotta get you out. So you got a minute to call in, buddy. Okay. Well, we're here to help you, but you got to help yourself. But let's continue, guys. If y'all guys have to stop. Wait, sir. Okay. Let me ask you. Why you call it? Okay. Tell us why you have stopped chasing long ago. I want to show y'all something. Y'all do what women do a lot. Make blank ass statements. Tell us why you have stopped chasing a long time ago. Because I listen, if you really stop chasing, you'll be typing right now and telling us why. Gentlemen, I want you to understand something. This is what women do to y'all guys. Words ain't shit. Anybody can say anything, okay? All right, we're going to let you go. Anyway, what we were saying is for all you guys out here is that the young man that's sitting here that says, we're waiting, Steven, let us know why you stopped chasing a long time ago. Because this is what we get, gentlemen. Lucario, I get it. A lot of young men love living lies. Saying things they don't even stand on. And if you cannot answer that, then that's the problem. And sir, if you have a question, just go ahead and ask your question, big guy, okay? You don't have to just put a Q, just ask your question, okay? Are you saying because chasing don't get you, but where is no, okay, watch this, call in. What is nowhere? What are you talking about? You know, what is nowhere? See what I'm saying, Lucario? Y'all gotta listen, y'all gotta learn the game. Because I've never heard since I've known Mr. fucking Lucario, and Lucario's known me. We have never, ever made that statement ever. I stopped chasing a long time ago. Guess what? We are chasing something, and that's the problem. We're chasing ourselves. That's what I was waiting for you to say. See, you're talking about a piece of pussy. We're talking about the game. We're chasing ourselves. Okay? Sir, okay, I'm going to ask you one more time. What is your question? If you don't answer, I'm gonna remove you from the room.
You're supposed to put a Q and then write your question.
So what is your question, sir? What is your question? And if you don't answer the question, we'll remove you because you're holding us up. But let's get to this next question. Now, this person, this person right here says, he says, so when it comes to talking to women about what we want to do, we have to be more abrasive. What is okay, Max, I wish you call in because this is not okay. What do you mean? What is it that you want to do? Because whatever you want to do is the problem because everybody wants to do the same thing you want to do in the reality that you're in, and that's why you fail. So what is it that you want to do?
Yeah, and it's not where you have to be abrasive. Like if I go to McDonald's and say I don't go up to the counter and be like, "Yo, motherfucker, let me get a number 2." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
what is that?
We ain't got to do that. Like, just
what does that mean? Yes. Okay, please explain us what that means. It's a great question, young man. But what does that mean? Because you're saying, so when it comes to talking to women about what we want, not we, it's I. What do you want to do? Max, that's what I'm asking. What do you want to do to ask us? Because this is what the game is about, gentlemen. Because we know you all want to fuck, but what do you want to do? And if you can answer that or call in, Max, we'd appreciate it. But what is it that you want to do? Lakari, what say you on this?
Yeah, so he said, so he's basically talking about walking on eggshells and all this other stuff. So this is what he's doing. So basically, a lot of you guys think this way, right? So you're like, I'm walking on eggshells and I'm scared to say what I want to say, and I'm having problems. So then he's like, well, let me go the total opposite and just be, on some super extra crazy shit. And what we're saying is that that's not the problem. See, y'all are looking at it on the surface. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? So you gotta go beneath the surface, right? It's just like, for example, like you might say, oh, well, my teeth hurt. So, I haven't really been brushing. So then maybe I should brush 8 times a day, even though I wasn't brushing no times a day. But the real issue is you need a root canal because it's something under the gums that need to be worked on. There's something beneath the surface that needs to be worked on. So the thing is that a lot of you guys, what you're asking and what you're trying to do is you're trying to say, hey, give me a quick fix for this problem. What we're saying is that there is no quick fix for your problem. Your problems are deeper than you even realize. So it's not about just, oh, well, should I say more of this or should I do more of that? It's like, no, there's underlying things that we need to get to. Again, your mindset, and then that's going to take care of everything else. That's how it works.
Hey, Max, this is a great question, but I want you to think about what you're saying, okay? Read the last little things that you said. Walking on eggshells. So when you're talking like this, that means that what are you sending out? So, okay, when you walk up to a woman, again, that's why we told you all in the beginning, you've already lost the game before it's even played because you're walking on eggshells. So a person that walks on eggshells and is trying to be more abrasive, that means you're going to be weird and creepy because it's the eggshells that's coming. Like, okay, this is how it's going to be. If I'm walking on eggshells and I walk up to a woman, Lucario, and I say, hey, you know what? I want to fuck, right? And let's go back to my place to fuck. It's going to come off like, well, let's just go back to my place.
Right.
I got the chloroform and the duct tape, and I'm going to trap you and make you mine forever. So what you don't understand, young man, Max, it's a good question. But Max, listen to me. The fact that you're walking on eggshells, Carl, let's just take that right there. You walking on eggshells. Okay, now watch this, Max, like we try to tell you with the game. She's not even meeting you, Max. There were many guys like you, Max, who walked on eggshells, right? So she's already played this out. She's already lived it. She says, okay, Lucario, the guy that walked on eggshells that came up to me, let me go through my files and look. I had to put a restraining order on him.
Right.
I would have to leave my job. I had to change my number or move to another city. Or this insecure motherfucker put me in the hospital because he was beating me, abusing me, or hurting me. So, Max, it's not you. It's those before you that act just like you. Because if you're walking on eggshells, then like you're saying, Lucario, you're looking at the ache, but you don't see the problem of the ache, Lucario. What say you, man?
Exactly. And that goes for a lot of you guys out there. That's why so when you guys call up and you're like, oh, what should I say? And what's the better thing to do and everything. And we'll give you this advice. But the problem is that y'all don't understand. A lot of times it's issues beneath the surface. It's your mentality. It's your sense of self. It's the insecurity that you have. It's you second guessing yourself all the time. It's you following the woman. It's you putting her on a pedestal. All of these things are happening because of your mindset. And so the thing is, it's not a quick 1-2 fix. Because like you said, he's like, well, I'm walking on eggshells. Should I be more abrasive? So then again, you're still in the mindset of, you're basically saying, hey, give me a line or a thing to say so that I can get pussy. That's what you're essentially saying at the end of the day.
1 second, Wallace. We got to. I love this real quick. I love this real quick. Guys, y'all have got to get the fuck out of this Hallmark, K Jewelers. Every kiss begins with K. Y'all got to get all this fortune cookie, affirmation, feminine. Hey, for women, they're supposed to do this. All ladies is okay. Put a sticker on your damn bathroom and say you're special, you're valuable, and all that other shit. You're a woman. It's okay. But a goddamn man saying this silly shit, this is why y'all are all fucking up. Be your fucking self. Okay. Who is that person? Who are you? You don't even know who the fuck you are. Be yourself. Okay. Be someone that doesn't believe in himself. Be someone that wants to be like everybody else. Be someone that lies to women, manipulates women, deceives, beat around the bush and plays game. What the fuck you mean be yourself? See, this is why y'all got to be careful about who the fuck y'all listen to. Mm-hmm. Be yourself. Yourself fucking sucks because you don't know yourself, Lucario.
Right. No, that's a fact. And
go ahead.
Look at Levon on Levon 7-5. Yeah, he said basically don't get attached and don't catch feelings. Look what I'm talking about.
What are we talking about? Attaching.
See, this is what y'all don't understand.
Oh shit.
You can't not you're going to catch feelings because you look for validation when it comes to dealing with women. So, and this is what I'm saying. Like, I think it's this, like, you understand what I'm saying? Like this easy 1-2 thing. What happens is that because you don't know yourself and understand yourself, you're going to always be following a woman in some form or fashion to get validation from her. You following her is you're going to catch feelings, get needy and clingy and weak. And women can tell this based on what you're saying when y'all first meet. This is so what you got to understand is this, right? When you meet a woman, you will remind her of the other guy who stalked her.
Yes.
You remind her of the other guy who is fucking needy and crying and double, triple, quadruple texting her every day. She's like, oh, he's one of these guys, so I gotta fall back. And the reason why that happens is because these guys are catching feelings because they are looking for the validation from the woman, and they get attached to a woman very quickly because they have no game.
You don't catch feelings when you love yourself.
Exactly.
You don't catch feelings because you take your fucking heart and put it in your goddamn pocket.
Right.
You don't lead with your femininity. You want to talk about Walt Disney. That's your problem. You're living in this fairy tale bubble that you've been indoctrinated with. You got to kiss her ass. You got to walk on eggshells. You got to open the door and take your jacket off and row a fucking boat. You don't have to do that to get a goddamn woman and all this other stuff. So I don't understand why you're saying this guy says, it must be have standards and laws for yourself that you die by. Wait, it must be have standards and laws for yourself. Okay, Mr. Adams, what is shocking you guys? You have standards right now, and there are laws you live by right now, but the laws and standards you live by are chasing pussy. That's the problem. You are living by laws right now. You are not trying to learn the game, because if they actually learn the game, a woman needs to feel, not know, Lucario, that you are comfortable standing alone. And your masculinity is not dependent on her conditions. Whether she likes you, mad at you, or anything, you just don't give a fuck. And I don't think they understand. Lucario, what say you, sir?
Yeah, the thing is, it's about understanding who you are fully. Because even when we talk about this whole be yourself stuff, the problem is that guys think they're themselves, but they're not. You understand? And this is how deep it gets, is that it gets so deep that you think the mask you're wearing is you. You see what I'm saying? And this is we're teaching you to pull the mask off, but y'all want to keep the mask on.
Yeah, but they want to protect the mask.
Right.
Y'all don't understand. Y'all are trying to protect your You're trying to protect what you need to destroy.
Mhm.
And what even makes it worse is that you will go on the internet and watch people. Yes, ego, and don't forget self-importance. You got part of it. Yes, young man. Absolutely. That's what we're trying to say. But the ego doesn't want to be destroyed. So what the ego is going to do is going to remember the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Mhm.
So we're actually your friend because your ego makes us the enemy. Who wants to listen to that motherfucking purple ass motherfucker and that old motherfucker below? Who wants to listen to motherfuckers? The
Mhm.
fuck you know? You don't understand women today. Women are different now. They're modern now, and they do this and they do. How the fuck do you know if you're not even talking to women? Or is it that you're listening to someone bitch about women, and then you're like, yeah, well, I'm going to use that as an excuse not to talk to women, Lucario.
Right, exactly. Now that's a fact. So guys, call in 833-859-8744, 833-859-8744.
Yeah.
Guys, I know y'all need some help. So call in. Don't be afraid to call in and let us know what's popping out here in these streets.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because a lot of y'all guys fold quickly, and it's the ugly truth, okay? If a woman gives you guys a little bit of resistance, you guys are going to automatically start negotiating your own worth and your backbone. Lucario, she disagrees. They start backpedaling. She gets quiet. They feel like they got to explain themselves more. She pulls away. They feel like they got to start chasing. She feels that, you know what? A man should always have my approval. I'm the kind of woman that feels like a real man should do this and a real man should do that. So Lucario, guess what? They feel like disagreeing is a bad thing. Why? Why do you have to agree with a woman? The fuck for? You want to know why, Lucario? Because in their mind, they think compatibility is real. They think finding their person is real. Gentlemen, that's marketing ploys from when you go to Walmart, for all of y'all in the United States or Canada, I guess in these little countries, when you go into CVS or Walmart, that's over where the Hallmark cards are at. That's not real. That's just trying to sell you on a lie. You should be the card. They don't understand about being compatible with themselves. What say you, Lucario?
Right, exactly. Because they're always looking for the validation from the woman.
Yes.
The thing is that it's funny. It's interesting you say they don't know how to be compatible with themselves is because they're always jumping in and out from, being who they're pretending to be versus who they actually are, and they're scared to be who they actually are because they don't think who they actually are is attractive. This is why the whole like red pill manosphere, all these other things are popular, because it's teaching you to add things onto your life and to you that are not you. It's like, well, you got to get more of the money, and you got to Looks Max, and you got to go to Gym Max, and you got to get this jewelry and these things and blah blah blah. And so what happens is it teaches you that you have to cover who you are in order to attract women, because women are not going to be attracted to who you are. That's what they teach you. And then so what happens is you do all these things, and then you attract women who will use you for the things. Then you get mad that you get used. And then now you want to point the finger at the woman, talking about they need to be held accountable. These women out here hypergamous, blah, 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 blah. But you started by not actually being yourself. And then now what happens is it's hard for you to really be yourself because you've been putting on the mask the whole time. And then this is why when you learn the game and understand the game teaches you to take the mask off to see who you really are.
Yes. And when you actually do this, the problem is that a man doesn't follow the crowd to fit in. And when you don't do that, this is what y'all don't understand. She doesn't see a man with standards, gentlemen. It's different. She'll feel a man that has standards, because a standard that she feels is going to create safety, gentlemen. Not just safety as in I trust him with what I'm saying, but I can trust him with my body. And that safety says to her that you're not a puppet. And that safety is saying that you're not using the same lines. You're not chasing the same approval. You're not hoping that she gives you a little bit of attention so you feel chosen. And that's a problem, because see, the problem is we're trying to teach you to do the weirdest thing in Lucario. Choose yourself.
Exactly.
That's the shift. And they don't even know what that means to choose themselves, Lucario.
That's a fact. That's a fact, because they always choose the woman over themselves. So they say, "Oh man, she's a baddie." So I don't really want to go to dinner, but she's a baddie, so I'll take her to dinner. I don't really want to talk to her on the phone for an hour, but she's a baddie, so I'm going to talk to her. So it's like they're always choosing to do shit they don't want to do for the woman. It's crazy.
Okay, this guy says, so ask a question. Okay, sir. Okay, yeah. Okay, you're new here. Okay, wait, what's going on, Kevin? So, Kevin, why don't you do this? Two things you can do. Just put a cue and ask your question. That's kind of like you raising a hand, so we'll stop and talk to you. So just put a cue and ask a question, or you can call in to help us out better, because sometimes when you ask a question, we might need more information. So however you want to do it, that's it. It's that simple. Just put a cue, because that says, oh, yeah, I got a question. But then ask the question, okay? But we appreciate you being here, Kevin. But anyway, back to what we were saying, guys, is that we're saying that a man that has the game can stand alone, because that person already has weight and direction. And I know a lot of y'all guys don't understand open and closed loops, but you don't understand women well enough to understand that she knows the average guy. That's the problem. Nobody, see, what, Ricario, they don't understand the red pill can go bitch about women until the sun comes up and the sun comes down. They still trying to fuck the woman. Complain all they want, but they're never going to tell you why they're complaining. They're just going to complain. Oh, when you have the game, we go deeper, no Diddy, to show you young men that real men don't complain. I think the only one that think we only complain, I think there's only one complaint. I'm sorry, and I still got it now. We don't play this anymore. But let y'all hear the only complaint a man has.
Do you know how hard it is to get rid of a woman who actually likes you, who actually respects you, who actually loves you? Do you know how hard
that, gentlemen, that's the complaint that a man has. The complaint is, hey, Lucario, I got 5 women that said good morning to me. Who do I want to say good morning to? You know what? I'm going to have lunch today. Who do I want to join me? You know, the 3 women that want to have fix dinner for me. Whose house do I want to go over? They don't understand the levels that they could be when they get this game, Lucario.
Right, exactly. But see, they're always on the other side of the equation. You know what I'm saying? So they never understand. So it says, I was talking to a lady, was about to set something up. She left me on delivered for like a week, and then messaged me randomly asking if I called her from another number and not sure what to do.
All right, so Kevin, when you hear this noise, Lucario, horn, please.
Oh, here we go.
When you're new here, you hear that noise, that means you fucked up from the jump. See, the question we have to ask you is, what the fuck were you talking about before we can even go there? Because here's the problem. Y'all guys don't see where y'all fuck up. Why waste your time and waste your words chit-chatting with a woman about a bunch of nothing? So what now, please let us know, what were you talking about? Because I promise you, that's the reason she put you on read, because she realized that you couldn't make her pussy wet at all by asking a bunch of boring questions. So Kevin, if you can tell us, or call in, this is why we say call in, if you could tell us what you were talking about, we can better help you, Lucario. What say you?
Yeah, we you got to call in because we need to know the backstory, because we needed to know, how'd you meet her? What were y'all talking about before you exchanged numbers? Like, all that stuff matters, right? Also, what matters is what you said in the text. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're saying, about setting something up. What did you set up? What were the things that you said? Right. And then you're saying that she messaged you randomly asking if you called from another number. Right. So what happens is that the fact that, it took a week, right, is showing her level of interest, which is, you know what I'm saying, not really there. You know what I mean?
We got a call, but yeah, we'll get back to your question. 561, what's your name, sir? And how can we help you, sir?
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah. Good afternoon, gentlemen. My name is Sebastian. I'm 19 in Florida.
All right. So what's up?
Yeah. So right now, I've been watching you guys for a little while. And right now, I'm going to different college campuses that's around me right now to go like practice, putting in the reps with women. And I had a question because usually when I introduce myself, I don't really make it like flirtatious or like flirty. So
But you
how
can't.
do I make it?
But you okay. Do you understand that you can't flirt with a woman if you don't understand fucking?
Hmm.
How can you flirt with a woman when you don't believe in yourself? How can you flirt with a woman when you don't have
Oh
any standards? No, come on. Wait, are you about to tell
no,
anybody?
I 100%. No, I'm
Right.
just saying I 100% believe in myself. Like that's not an issue.
No, okay,
I
but
was
okay, wait, sir. We believe in our okay. If we believe in ourselves, don't you think we'll recognize someone who believes in herself? Because if you believed in
yes.
yourself, wouldn't you believe that you can flirt?
No, it's not that
No,
I don't believe I can't
no,
flirt. I
sir.
was
Answer
just
the question,
asking.
sir. It's all good. Just one thing at a time. You said you believed in yourself, but yet you're
Yes.
asking us how do you flirt? So that if it
No,
doesn't,
I'm asking.
what are you asking?
No, no, I'm saying like when I go introduce myself to like women, how do I like? Not how do I flirt, but like
But
is
you
should okay? Because my real question is like, should
no,
I be like flirting after I put in
no.
like after I get there, like when we like
Stop,
link later that night, or should I be flirting?
stop. That see, okay. You're doing what Lucario talked about earlier. You're
Hmm.
missing the fucking point. You don't
Hmm.
believe in yourself, so everything you're saying is bullshit. Because you're
Hmm.
at a person that believes in himself is not going to ask that question.
Mm.
Do you understand
Hmm.
that? That's the
Yeah,
lie
that
you're
makes sense.
living. Right. So your problem is first you've got to stop lying to yourself.
Exactly, because shout out to my dude Charlie Kiefer in the chat. He said if you believed in yourself, you wouldn't be calling in. So you're calling in because you have the question. You understand what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
you know. So what we're saying is this. So you're saying you approach the girl, you introduce yourself, and then what's the problem? What's happening?
Um, I wouldn't really say it's a problem because I get the number, which is I guess kind of. Or maybe the goal is to just introduce myself. My thing is like, should I be like making the intention
You tell
clear
us.
when I introduce
No,
myself, or
tell
later,
us.
like if we like see each other later on?
No, tell us what's the okay, watch this now. It's gonna get deep. What's the intention?
Well, like you mean like a general intention, like when approaching
No,
them?
No. What's your intention? That's what we're saying. What's your intention
Oh,
when
my
you approach
intention?
them?
Oh,
Yes.
fucking.
Okay. All right, okay. So if everybody has the same intention like you, human, what is
Mhm.
it about you that separates you from everybody else, number one? And then what is it about you when you're talking to her makes everybody irrelevant? You tell us. And if you say, I don't know, then that's going to tell you why what you're saying is not working. So go ahead and answer the question. What makes you different from everybody else?
Well, for one, I'm myself, so there's no one like me.
What is that?
And I would say, well, what is that? Well, I'm confident in myself. You know, I'm
What?
confident in my abilities to
Can we
go
warn
out
that,
and
please?
approach women.
Wait, sir. Can a person who's confident in himself ask us about flirting?
No, I was asking like, should I be flirting when I first go up, or should I flirt like later that day when I see them?
Okay, so
Like,
all right, so Carl, let me ask you a question. This because this is probably will answer your question, right? So if I'm trying to sell you something, should I tell you what I'm trying to sell you now or later?
now.
Right, because I want to know now that you're interested in what I'm offering, right? So what I'm saying is that you're saying should you flirt later? Why would you get a girl's number or exchange numbers with a woman that you don't know that she's interested in your dick?
Okay, so I should be like, while I'm introducing myself, I should be like making my intentions clear.
It's not okay. I get. Listen, I get. In a perfect world, you guys like porn can make your attention clear, and she'll take her clothes off. But life isn't
No,
porn.
I'm not telling her
No,
to get naked like
no.
when I
But
introduce myself.
okay, Carter, you just said you wanted some pussy. That's fine. You just want to fuck, right? Right.
Yes.
But
Yes.
we're asking why. Okay, why should she pick you out of everybody else that wants to do the same thing? Crickets.
Wait, you want me to answer that?
What?
Yeah, that's what we asked.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Well, like I said, like I'm like everyone's their own person. Like I'm me, you know. She should pick me.
For
Well,
what?
that's what we're saying. What we're saying is what about you is different than everybody else as to why she should pick you instead of another guy. So let's say 3 guys, 4 guys is trying to fuck her. She can only choose one tonight. Why would she choose you over the other 3 guys?
Oh, because I'm not gonna lie to her, you know. Other
You
guys
are
might
lying
lie,
to
like,
her.
might-
Sir, you
Wait, how am I
are.
lying to her?
Okay, sir, you're walking up to her, lying to her. Right? Okay, let me show you. What do you say when you first meet her?
Okay, like for example, because I was just at this campus.
Sir, just
I
tell
think
us. What do you say? You see a woman,
okay,
what do you say to her?
when I say excuse me,
Um,
I say no. I say excuse me. My name is Sebastian. What's your name?
okay.
And they'll give me their name, and then I'll probably say I'll probably compliment whatever they're wearing.
Okay, wait. Stop right there.
and
Stop
I'll
right
be
there.
like-
Stop right there. Okay. You see why you're a fucking liar? Or okay. Either you're a liar or you're a fashion designer. Like, hey girl, what kind of fabric is that, girl? I want to wear that at the next Versace modeling thing. I want my girls to wear that. So let me know. Are you lying? You don't give a fuck about what she's wearing, do you? Or do you want to tap what's underneath those fabrics?
What's underneath?
Right. So then why are you lying and talking about her clothes? You don't give a fuck about her clothes, do you? Do you?
Well,
No,
I
yes or
don't
no?
care about her clothes.
No,
but
then wait. If you don't care, then why bring it up?
okay.
So you're a
that
liar. Right. So you're already, so guess what? Here's the good news. You're just like them all. Because that's what losers do. See, when you don't have an original thought, you want to look at what's on her. And Lucario and I saying, what about me? See, you know how, if you ask Lucario what separates us, because we know we can make her feel seen, heard, and understood without even talking about fucking, which makes her want to fuck us. You see the difference right there? You're over there talking about her clothes, her makeup, her hair, her eyeliner, her painted nails, and her fucking fashion shoes. For what? For what?
Well, I was just answering.
But
your question,
but tell us why.
I don't do it every time either.
No,
like,
okay, you do it. Tell us why you're doing it. Young man, everything matters. Why are you talking about something you don't give a fuck about?
well, I just thought that's how conversations go, you know, like when
You thought.
But that's what I was saying earlier. Is that you guys get into this mode of doing what everyone else does,
Yes.
like everybody else, which makes you not attractive because you are doing the same pattern that every other guy does.
Everybody else is doing. So
You see what I'm saying? So that's what's going to make you have the trouble in the situation.
So do you know
That
how?
makes sense.
Okay. The moment you say you look nice in that outfit, do you know how many guys have said that before you? That she is turned down because they were a weird, thirsty, creepy, insecure sucker.
Well, I ended up getting the number, but I mean that is true. That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
Well, no, we're here to teach you how to think. So, but this goes back to what you can't do in the bedroom. What are you going to do to make her pussy wet enough mentally to say, I need to talk to you so I can get more sexual stimulation? What are you going to do on that, sir?
Like when I'm in the bedroom?
Not the bedroom. Talk. Okay. Fuck. Okay. There's a difference between poking a hole and fucking. A man that knows how to fuck doesn't need to poke a hole because he can fuck her between the ears and get her wet enough, stimulated enough to want to fuck with him. So what is about you that you're going to say to her, or how you're going to move outside of her clothes that is going to make her choose you out of everybody else?
So you're saying outside of her clothes, like without being sexual, you're asking? Like I'm trying to understand the question.
Okay, we are sexual, but we don't have to be. Okay, I mean, caller, have you ever seen James Bond?
I've seen a couple of his action movies.
Okay, right. Okay, so what we're saying is no Diddy. Sexual without being sexual is kind of like the closest thing I can say is James Bond for you motherfuckers that don't understand. James Bond, does James Bond say, hello, my name is Bond, James Bond, let me see your butthole? Does he do that? Or does he just say, hello, my
No.
name is Bond, James Bond, and then he ends up fucking those women, yes?
Yes.
But then the question is, why is he getting a pussy when he's not making it about the pussy?
Because he's making it about himself.
Oh, can you clap? Okay. All right. So now the person that's walking up to the woman that's talking about her clothes, is he making it about the woman or is he making it about himself?
The woman.
Woo! And if you make it about the woman, do you win or lose?
Lose.
Ah, man. See,
Right.
man,
There we go. See, you're learning now. Because when I heard what you said, you was like, I still get the number, right?
yeah, then what you doing that for?
So what happened when you get the number?
When I get the number, I'll usually call them later and set something up.
What do you set up?
Like a link, like we'll probably go out to the movie or something. And then
Wait,
at
the movies? Ah, no.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay, look. You can go. Okay, look. There are movies. Look, when you at a game, you'll find the most fucked up ass movie in the theater because you know why no one's gonna be in there. So she can go in, you can fuck her, and she can suck your dick in the theater. But why would you go on a date where you're sitting beside somebody watching a moving picture? How is that gonna help you out?
Well, I heard you guys say before, like when setting a date to go somewhere you would go anyway, or that you actually enjoy anyway.
But how is a movie going to?
Yeah, but remember, you said you just trying to fuck, right?
Right. Well, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. So what is the movie?
Why
How's the movie?
you going to the movies to fuck? How is that?
No, I've done this before. The parking lot is like a big parking lot in the movie theater. So usually I'll go at night, and then like because I can't do it in my house. So usually after the movie, like we'll talk for a bit in the car, and then
Talk about
I'll
what?
make it sexual.
Talk about what?
Well, I'll just look at her in her eyes and tell her what it is. Like
What is it? Wait. What is it?
what is it?
Yeah, you say
Sex?
you look in her
Like,
eyes.
I'll tell her.
Tell her what?
It's like, okay.
Come on.
Okay, how do I say this? I'm not lying, like or anything.
No, I'm trying to prevent LaCar from playing the music. I swear. I'm trying to help you out because LaCar's got his finger on the button. Come on, dog.
Okay, like for example, like I don't know what it is, but it's like usually every girl I've been with so far, like it's just been easy. So I haven't really
LaCar,
like
go ahead and hit it, dog. I'm ready, dog. Hit it.
Fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God! Stop fucking lying.
Dog, why? Okay, if that's the case, why are you? Why? If that's the case, why are you calling this about fucking flirting?
Well, because I want to like have a better mouthpiece. Which is why I'm even going to the campus in the first place.
A mouthpiece. Okay,
So,
sir. Don't you understand? To have a mouthpiece, you must be a student of what? The what?
The game.
Right. And you're not a student of the
Game.
right. So how can you even ask that question?
That's a good question.
Yeah, well, I ask sometimes I try to get it.
but see, Colin, this is the thing though. So you're saying that you was like, oh, this happened a bunch of times. So how many times have you hooked up with the girl that you approached and you wanted to hook up with?
You said how many times have I hooked up with a girl that I wanted to?
Yeah, that you approached and you wanted to make sex happen. How many times has happened?
Like 6 times.
6 times. Okay, how fast did you get the sex and to get to the sex part?
Either the same day or the next.
Okay, so then what did you say to make that happen?
Well, that hasn't happened in a little minute, but usually I'll just like go up to them and do the same thing I usually do. Like I'll introduce myself, they'll introduce themselves to me, and then I'll get their number. I'll call them, ask them what they're doing later. If they're not busy, I'll say, let's do this, let's go to the movies. And then I'll pick them up, we'll go to the movies. And then after the movie, like I said, we'll be in the parking lot. And I have like a playlist for like these type of things. So I'll have that playlist going to get the vibes going. And, I'm already like, I don't hold hands, but like I'm already like hands on their thighs, like in the movie and stuff like that. So I'm already like trying to make it like sexual. So by the time we're in the car and the music's playing and it's dark at night, you know, I'll just like, it just happens, you know?
So caller, this is what I understand, right? So if you said this happened 6 times and you've done this the same way, then what are you having a problem with? Because essentially you're getting what you want, right? So what's the problem?
Well, I'm talking to more and more women, like more often, because I was watching you and Miles, and you guys said to like, you got to go to be a doctor, you got to go to doctor school to be a, like that type of stuff, and saying basically like approaching like 25 women a day to get better at, you know, different scenarios or whatever.
So that's what I'm saying.
I usually didn't approach too much women like often. Now I'm just doing it more and more often. So I'm finding myself in situations where I haven't been in before.
Okay, so caller, let me ask you this: these 6 women, were all of those women women that you thought were very attractive that you really wanted? Be honest.
I wouldn't say yeah, of course. I wouldn't say really wanted, but like I thought they were cute. Yeah.
Okay, so then if that's it, just what I'm saying. So somewhere you're lying.
Right.
Because you're saying 2 contradictory things. You're basically saying that, you know, I need help with this flirting thing because I'm not getting to where I wanted to go. But then you're saying you're getting it to where you wanted to go. So what are you saying specifically that you're trying to understand?
I guess I'm trying to say, because I wasn't really flirting or like with those women, I was just like telling them like what it was up front. But like I said before, I wasn't really approaching too much women. So I didn't really have like a knowing what works or not. So now as I'm approaching more and more women.
Caller, you're a restaurant. What's your name? What is your first name?
Sebastian.
Okay, Sebastian. Okay, let's talk about Sebastian. Yeah. Sebastian's sexual restaurant, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
So right now, Sebastian is walking around putting flyers on windows. Now let's talk about Sebastian's restaurant. What is it about Sebastian's restaurant that's going to make her decide to go to Sebastian's? Because here's the problem. It sounds like, Lucario, you fuck 6 women one time.
Yeah, that's all I was about to say. I'm like, how many did these women come back? Like, what happened?
Just say 0.
None of them came back.
Right. So
come on, Sebastian. I was on your side, Sebastian. Damn, I was trying to root for you, buddy. But
Lucario was trying to root for you, man. Lucario was trying to root for you.
Like, come on.
I'm just here to absorb and learn as much as possible.
No, you can't. Okay, sir, young man. I understand you think you're absorbing, but you're not absorbing anything because you're not a student of the game. Your mind.
I was on. Wait, so to be a student of the game, because I watch you guys a lot, you basically need to have like a coach and like a mentor, right?
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let me explain something to you. Okay. So Sebastian, if I went to the medical store, fuck you, Lucario, I'm trying this one. If I went to the medical store and bought a bunch of medical books and I read them myself, all by myself, will I become a doctor?
No.
Why?
Because you didn't go to medical school.
Okay, exactly.
So what does that mean? So when Sebastian said, "Hey, Steve Lucario, I've been watching a lot of your videos."
No. I'm not saying I'm a student again because I watch your videos. I was saying I was on the 1950 membership.
Sir,
I was 2 years ago when I was 17,
right.
But I was too young and I didn't have too much money then, so I was only on it for like 2 months.
Okay, sir.
So right now I'm getting a job or whatever to be able to get afford a coach.
No.
It's not that I want to invest. Like, I'm just trying to get enough money to be able
Let
to
me
do
tell
that.
Okay, here's the good news. Here's the bad. The bad news, you're still learning. But here's the good news. The good news, I'm gonna tell you why you have an edge over the majority of these guys out on that's listening. You want to know why? Because you wanted bad enough where you're calling in, and that shows us that you really want to learn this shit. So that, you know what? That gives you a tactical advantage. Listen, even though you're fucking up a lot, which is cool, young man, you're at least calling in and wanting to learn. And that's where I got to commend you. Okay. Right. I'm going to commend you on that because guess what? do you know there are people older than you that won't call in and do what you're doing? So that shows that you really want to learn this shit. So you've got to listen, you are fucking up, but the good news is you're trying to learn. And I'm commending you on that. So that's good. I'm proud of you, young man.
Thank you.
Because a lot of these guys a lot of these guys just sit and just look at shit. They won't even call in. So you're doing good, man. But we've got to kind of change what you're doing a little bit, okay? You got to stop just going up to women talking about their clothes and stuff. If that make any sense?
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay, that makes sense.
So here's the thing. Stop going to the movies, okay?
Okay.
You got to
Wait,
stop
but
that.
I thought question. So, but can I ask why? Because you guys always say go somewhere that you would want to go.
Okay, sir, game it out. A movie, you're sitting beside somebody watching a moving picture. How are you even talking to the person?
Right.
Yeah, that is true.
Right.
That is true.
You don't do the movie.
Oh yeah, so you do things you want to do, but I'm sure there's more than the movies you like doing, correct? Is the movies the only thing you like doing in life?
No, I started roller skating at this skating place recently that just opened up near me.
So why don't you take to the roller skating ring and show us Sebastian's move?
Right.
You can dance and skate. Hell, I used to skate backwards and everything.
Yeah, because you have more of a time to get people and talk, and which is going to create more flirtatious and sexual attraction. Like, you see what I'm saying? It's going to create that sexual tension. In the movies, it's not really going to do it unless you got game and know how to really make shit happen, but you ain't there yet. You just you macking on accident. You feel?
Yeah,
but
that makes sense.
No, it's all good. But young man, look, we're proud of you. Look, guess what? You want this, and I can see you want this. Just keep calling with your questions. They're fucking great questions. All right, you got this. Okay, no, thank you, sir. Good job. Okay, big guy.
All right,
I respect
you guys.
All right, that was awesome. See, that's a fucking awesome call. That's what tells you someone that really wants to learn.
Exactly.
Someone that just doesn't just sits around, does nothing. But let's get back to this question right here. He was saying, okay, well, let's get back to the next thing because he has something else to say. So the problem is not even what you're asking. Again, it's the last thing you're saying. A man is always, he knows what to do. If you are not sure what to do, and Lucario and I tell you what to do, once you do that thing, you're going to have to call us back up again to ask us what to do next. We got another call. Wait, is this Neverlands again? Hello, 31. Country code 31. Yes, how can we help you, sir?
Yeah. When I called in, you said something and wanted more clarity on that. You said you want women on your terms, but you never made any terms with yourself. What do you mean by that? Because my understanding of it is like you have a term of how you move for yourself based upon growth, the passion that you have for yourself, the structure that you built.
But you don't have passion, growth, or structure. You have lies, manipulation, and a lot of y'all have hatred towards women. Judgments, expectations, and assumptions. You have layers. See, it's okay. It's like you have a house that's on you have a boulder, right? You're setting the house on a boulder, and then you put furniture inside that house. Yeah. We're trying to get you to get rid of that boulder and have a solid foundation. Y'all don't have that.
No.
It's got to be in yourself.
Foundation to build from,
Yeah, you've got to build in yourself, but you don't know okay, remember, this is what y'all don't understand about the game, the car I teach you. The reality that you're in is not you. It is your parents, your teachers, your pastor. It is not you. You don't know you yet because you have always been told what to do and how to think. And until you get the game, you're never going to get out of that system. That's what's messing you guys up, because in that reality, you're taking what you learned in school to talk to women. And that's how the YouTubers get you, because they use percentages, they use stats and analytics, right? That's book smarts to hook you in on the lie. Mario and I are saying, when you learn the game, we're trying to teach you to do this weird thing. Think for yourself, Lucario. What say you?
Right. Exactly. And so the thing is that you have to have a program, but you can only have that program once you understand yourself, because the program is built upon who you actually are. So the thing is that a lot of you guys think you have a program, and then a chick comes into the situation, and then you just do everything for her, and you start switching up what you've been doing for her, and then you're all over the place. So the thing is basically this, is that you always have to make sure that you're putting yourself first. So that means that a woman is always going to be second to you. The problem is that you guys put the woman first in a lot of cases. Y'all meet a woman, and then y'all basically make your life about her as soon as you met her. Now you're thinking about everything concerning her. Oh yeah, I was going to do something on Thursday, but let me go check and see if she's free first. And then, you see what I'm saying? Like, y'all do shit like that.
Yeah. Right. So think about this. It's okay to have the hunger, but y'all are moving you don't understand. Again, you got to learn the game. The hunger that you have is for pussy. Lucario and I, Zag, 50, Miles, our hunger is in ourself. That's the difference. See, when you have what we call a controlled hunger, then you can desire a woman, which is fine, without begging. You can be interested in a woman without surrendering. You can enjoy a woman without making her the judge and jury of your worth.
Right.
And that's what makes you rare. See, all we're trying to do is get you to
hunger.
Right. Because the hunger should not be for her. The hunger should be for you.
Exactly.
I want to learn me. I want to learn how I think. I want to hunger to keep going out there further and further inside my head and learn me. And then when a woman comes along, there's nothing wrong with desiring a woman. But if you're not locked into the game, you're going to beg, because your hunger is going to shift to her. That's the problem. Y'all make it about a piece of pussy.
Yeah. So Carl, let me ask you a question. Like, let's say, who's like an actor that you like, that, you watch some of their movies and stuff like that?
I don't really have a favorite actor.
Or like, what's the last movie you saw that you liked?
Let's say Dune.
Dune. Okay, now when you saw it in the movies?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I know I watched at home, but yeah.
Okay, cool. So now, when you saw the preview to Dune and you was like, yo, this look, I'm fucking with this. I'm gonna go get a ticket and go watch the movie, right? When you bought the ticket, did you say to yourself, you know what? I'm buying this ticket because I want to help out the director and make him rich. Were you thinking that, or did you just buy the ticket because you wanted to see the movie? Right. So you
the director.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So you bought the ticket for you. You're like, I want to see this. I want to be entertained. I want to be here to make this happen. I don't give a fuck about what they're doing with the movie and how much money it made and what the director had to go through. I don't give a fuck about that. All I'm focusing on is what I want, and then I'm having that experience for me. It's the same thing with women. So what happens is that the same way where you don't think about the director of the movie or the actors in the movie or what they got going on, and you're not sitting there purchasing the ticket to help them out. You're purchasing a ticket for your entertainment. So what happens is that a lot of you guys, what y'all do is y'all meet women, and then instead of doing things for you, you start thinking about her. You see what I'm saying? And it's as crazy as thinking about the fucking actor or the director in the movie trying to help them out. You're never doing that. So it's the same concept. It should be the same concept when you're interacting with women. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. It should be all about you, but not taking. You can be considerate to the woman, but it's more about you, how you move. And how you want
we're not. Lucario and I are not considerate. We're just us. That's what I'm saying.
He's still thinking about the woman.
Right. You're still thinking. Again, that's what I'm saying. You're caught in, I've got to be this thing. We're not mean people, but we're not nice guys. We just are. That's just who we are. And the way we communicate to a woman is that she realizes that we're not trying to manipulate her, deceive her. run behind her, so we can be trusted without pressure.
Mhm.
That's what turns her on, because she's saying that this person, whoever the fuck he thinks he is, then she's gonna have, then that's when the loop opens. Okay, the moment this is how an open loop opens. Who the fuck does he think he is? Does he think he's God's gift to women? The fuck he think he is? That fucking asshole. What a fucking jerk. This guy thinks I'm gonna run behind this. That's an open loop. A closed loop is, here we go again. Yes, I know I'm cute. Yes, I know my outfit is nice. Yes, I'm here because I want to go dancing. And yes, this is what I want to do for a living. Y'all operate on the same construct. But when Lucario and I are saying that, when Lucario meets a woman, or I meet a woman, we're meeting him for the first time. The first time. And I know that y'all think y'all meeting for the first time. You're not. She's met you before by what you think about yourself. This has nothing to do with what you say. Listen, what you think about yourself. You can't hide that from a woman. You can't.
That's real talk.
How you think about yourself is the same as how you see yourself and the perception you have of yourself.
Right. And when you send that to her, see, you think, okay, well, I'm gonna try to say something smooth. She might, that ain't smooth at all. I heard that a million times.
Right.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So you have any other questions?
No, I don't have any other questions.
All right, call back in. Great, good call, man. We appreciate the call, man. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, respect to you, man. Great fucking call. That was an awesome call. Let's get this call right here. Area code 317, sir. What's your name? What's your question, sir? How can we help you?
Name is Raphael, age 24. Okay, so I want to ask you guys a question about what happens to me like during the interactions with women. So I think I noticed after interacting with a few ladies recently, I started to ask myself questions like, do I really want to introduce this girl to me and my coffee time? Because I'm a guy, I like coffee. I like having coffee on my work break.
But wait. I
before
don't
catch
understand
a
something.
movie.
Why waste your time and go up to her then if you're questioning yourself?
I just wanted to ask you guys, what does that mean exactly?
That means
Because
that means that you have a very fucked up ass insecurity that we got to figure out. Because the question that's weird to me is that if coffee means something to you and you're questioning why I should have it with this woman, the question is, why the fuck are you even talking to her for?
Makes sense.
Well, I try to make sense sometimes.
Because I started to notice minor things like certain verbiages or certain phrases that women use.
What
like, during
verbiage?
conversations.
Okay, give us an
like,
example.
Say for example, we're having a conversation and I hear her use some slang like nigga, or she say something like bro.
Okay.
I don't like those.
Okay, then why are you talking to raggedy ass women that you know they say the N-word and bro?
Right.
You know what you, come on, dog. You know raggedy ass women when you see them. Come on, man. Come on, man.
You talk to the chicks with the little wavy paints in their hair?
Sorry.
Come on, dog. Where are you meeting these hood rat women at? Where are you meeting these women at?
Nah, sometimes I go on the mall because everyone's like at the mall. So sometimes even the appearances fool me because sometimes they might be in
what are you saying to these women, dog? What are you saying to these women?
I go up to them. I say, for example, I'm on my work break. I go up to them. I say, excuse me, I was about to grab a coffee, but then I saw you, so I had to come over here and introduce myself real quick. My name is Raphael. What's your name?
But wait.
And then,
Wait. Hi, I'm Steve. I'm a Leo. The fuck do they care what we going to? What does that have to mean? Why are you talking about a fucking coffee for? For what?
Nah, I wanted to know that I was about to do something, and then I saw her. So
okay.
Why do you need her to know you was about to do something?
Right, you already lost.
Nah, I need to know that I have like limited time, and I need to get.
No.
Why? Why do you? Okay. Why do you need them to know you have limited time?
You lost. Why do they need to know that?
Makes sense. It doesn't.
Well, here's another question. Here's a question. If you have limited time, wouldn't you want to cut out that bullshit to save time?
Yeah, you're right about that.
So then why are you wasting time? Which means you're a time waster.
Right. And if you have limited time, why even talking to her, a stranger, wasting your time talking to her if you have limited time, which means you're putting her on a pedestal.
Which means you're playing a game. You're like, well, I'm trying to get coffee, but I decided to take base time height divided by pi, which has square root of 3.15. And why say all that shit for what? Okay,
he got that from the PUAs. That's why.
You must got that from. You know what you're saying? You're saying that I don't like myself very much, and hopefully I can try to impress you by the lie that I'm about to tell you, which means you're a fucking fraud. Why don't you just get to this weird thing called the point to show her that your time is limited, sir?
Right.
Yeah.
No, not yeah. Why? Why don't you?
Well, whenever I mention to them that I'm about to grab this coffee, but listen, right after I say that, that's when I get into it, and I let them know.
But listen to what? Do you say but listen?
Yeah.
So wait a second, are you her father?
No, I'm not.
Who the fuck is what? Dog, don't you ever tell a grown ass woman to listen. You don't know the fuck you.
Wait. So who's telling you? Where'd you learn this PUA stuff from?
It isn't PUA stuff. It's something that I usually say.
No, it is PUA stuff. That's what I'm saying. You said I tell them this to know so that they know I have limited time. That's a PUA tactic. So I'm saying, who did you hear that from?
No, I didn't hear from anywhere. I just thought of it.
Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Well, let's game it out. Okay, you don't
have like a half an hour break.
Okay, but you have a half an hour break, right? Right?
Yeah.
So is time of the essence, yes or no?
Yes, it is.
So if time is of the essence, and you know that I have a small window to talk to this woman, why waste your words talking about something that has no importance, that is wasting time?
Never thought about that.
Well, we got you. This is what you're here for. So you say that, but yet let's get to them saying bro and homie and all that other stuff. How does it get to them saying those words?
Yeah, whenever we're in like the conversation, because the conversations, they don't even last for like 5 minutes. They last for like a 2 minute time span. So sometimes they would say like, bro, for example, I say, let's grab a coffee. They would say something like, bro, coffee?
Wait.
Then I'd be like,
you're going to the mall. Okay. You're going to the mall asking someone for, okay. Do you understand that women in college maybe drink coffee in the fucking morning or something like that? Why are you asking them for coffee? It's not okay to ask for coffee.
It's something that I like to do.
Right. But why are you asking them for coffee now?
No, I'm setting up something in the future. So I'm like, so I say like, I'm free at this time. Are you free at this time? And if we're both free, we could grab a coffee at this time.
But for what?
So I can feel out the interaction, feel her out to see if I really like her like that.
For what?
To see if it could go somewhere.
What? Go where? I just want to see.
Either being a fuck buddy or a potential relationship.
But okay, but wait. Why are you so open and so loose with who you are? You have no standard. Do you want to fuck her or do you want to relate? You don't even have a relationship with. Okay, y'all understand something. In order for you to have a relationship, you have to be married to the game, which means you have a relationship with yourself, which you don't have. So you can't have a relationship with a woman when you don't have one with yourself. So let's mark that out. But you want to fuck, but if you want to smash, what does coffee got to do with fucking then?
I just don't want to smash like any chick because chicks be crazy sometimes.
Okay, so what does the chick need? Okay, so what does a chick need to do in order for you to see her as smashable or give her some dick? What is some things that need to happen?
First off, she needs to know the construct of proper sentence, because if you're not able to do that, that completely turns me off.
Wait, so her not being able to to construct the sentence, you don't, that turns you off? How? Like, what is that? Why does it turn you off?
It turns me off because I see myself a certain way. For example, let's say you're having an interaction with someone on the street, and they're saying they're trying to bring a point across, and they're not able to bring the point across because they can't construct a sentence properly.
But you can't bring a point across. Who are you to judge? You can't bring your points across. Think about it. I ain't got much time. I only got 30 fucking minutes of my lunch break. But you're spending 5 minutes talking about a bunch of shit, nothing. So what are you bringing across? You can't be judged, dude. That's what you're trying to tell y'all, man. Stop judging women. You sitting here trying to judge women on what the fuck they saying. What the fuck are you saying? What the fuck are you talking about in 5 minutes?
I'm still trying to understand how that correlates to fucking. I'm trying to understand, how does that correlate to the fucking?
Yeah.
It doesn't really correlate to the fucking, but it kind of correlates to me being interested in them, because that's just the type of girls that I'm interested in.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, you got to connect it for us. That's what we're saying, because what happens is that if you can't connect it, then it's not going to be real to you, which means you have no actual structure or standard for what you need a woman to be doing in order to give her dick. That's what we're trying to get you to understand. So what I'm saying is this, is that, because you're saying that it turns you off. Okay, cool. Let's go deeper into that. What about that turns you off sexually for when it comes to you dealing with a woman?
It has to do with the way that I do dirty talk sometimes, because I do like a build up.
Wait, give us an example, please. I swear I need to hear this shit. Please,
for example, the other night I was at the club, and I was dancing with this chick, and she said to me that I was a whore. Then I said to her that, yeah, and I know you like me being a whore, because you can be a whore being around me, and then I can go ahead and stick my dick down the back of your throat.
Oh my God. Oh man.
Dog, tell me you didn't say that shit.
I did.
Okay,
I did.
sir. Why do you hate yourself so much? Okay, wait. Okay.
Wait, how'd you get into this conversation?
How did that even?
How did she even get to the point where she called you a whore?
Yeah. What happened?
No. Okay, so I was basically dancing around. I saw her dancing, so I went over there. I started dancing on her, and then while I was dancing on her, I was saying to her in her ear that, listen, if you keep on gyrating your hips like this, you're gonna make me hard. And then
wait, sir. How old are you?
24.
Okay, sir. Do you understand how fucked up you are?
Yes.
Okay, wait. What I'm saying is, okay, you're not even gaming this out. In order for you to say what you're saying, that means you were stalking her fucking ass. That means you were staring at her for a long fucking time. Do you understand that?
No, I wasn't actually staring at her. I was just dancing, going to the club, and then that's when I saw her.
So you're the guy with the drink in his hand, just walking up to women and doing all this shit like that, right? You just dance.
Nah, I don't drink.
Well, why you just walking up randomly, rubbing your body up on a woman and talking that shit? The fuck is wrong with you?
Okay, so now this is what. So caller,
dancing.
Fuck.
She saw me dancing, and she started dancing with me.
Okay, she started dancing with you. Okay, you didn't say that. So she started dancing with you. So when she's dancing with you, when did dancing mean fucking and putting your dick down her throat?
When we started to get into the conversation, and then
okay, so now this is what I want to ask the question. Go back to what we said earlier. How does that? Because I asked you. You said a woman who knows how to construct a sentence, and it turns you off when they don't know how to do it. Then you went into, because you like to talk dirty. Okay, what is you talking dirty? How does that correlate with her knowing how to construct the sentence in order for you to be turned on because she can construct the sentence?
Okay, so like whenever you're reading like a smut novel, and there's a whole buildup,
Okay, sir, it's smut. It's not reality. It's smut.
I still want to know how, because I'm not seeing the connection. That's what I'm saying. Like
Lucario, because he thinks smut is real life. Brother, it's smut. It's not life. It's not reality. So you're telling me you're reading smut and you think that's how women operate?
Nah, that's not what I think.
No, please explain. Okay, you're reading smut on. Okay, tell us about this smut shit you're reading. Please explain, sir.
I just like it, really. I like the entire setting that it builds.
But
and,
sir,
like
that's why they sell it, because it's smut to people like you who can't get it for free.
But this is what I still don't get. Caller, I'm still trying to understand.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How her not being able to construct a sentence turns you off and is correlated to you doing dirty talk. Like, I don't like break it down like I'm, like a fourth grader.
I mean, I never really thought about it like that. I'm just not interested whenever she just start like talking with slang or whatever.
But this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this, right? So we try to get you guys to understand is whatever because remember, you're saying, well, I want to feel the girl out before I smash. You don't want to just smash anyone, correct? That's what you said, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Right. So what I'm saying is when you feel her out, there has to be some protocol that she has to go through in order to get to the other side, which is your dick. So what I'm saying is, what's your protocol? You said, well, my protocol is I need a woman to, if she doesn't know how to, speak proper or whatever, that's going to turn me off. Cool. What I'm saying to you is, how is that connected to the sexual situation, and what about it turns you off in order for her to not get the dick, in order for y'all to not have sex? That's what I'm saying. You're not making the connection. You're just saying things. So it's almost like I said, hey, well, you know what? I'm going to take a girl out to get some drinks because I want to feel her out and test her to see if she's worth getting my dick. And then Steve says, well, Lucario, what are these things you need to find out? Well, actually, I need to find out if she knows how to do her timetables and multiplication, because like, what does that have to do with us fucking?
Right, because caller, you're saying I don't like how you talk, but look how the fuck you're talking to them. Do you not see that? So wait. So you want to be Judge and jury. So I don't like her ghetto ass talking. I don't like her hood rat or trailer park talking, but you're talking to them like you're in a smut magazine. Does that make sense?
I get what you're saying.
So if you're talking to them like a smut magazine, even the most proper woman can turn hood.
Now, this is in the club, Steve. This was in the club. That was in the club.
So what is your
You're right. That's what I'm saying.
You're not making. What's your? Because Lucario's got more 6 minutes. We got kids show. What is your question?
I just wanted to find out why I'm asking myself these questions. Like, do I want to talk to her?
Okay, caller. They don't want to talk to you. What is the benefit to talk to somebody that believes smut magazines are real life?
But also the reason why you're asking yourself, do I want to talk to her, is because you don't understand yourself. This is what I'm trying to tell you the whole call is that I was asking you the question of why connect the dots. You couldn't. And that's because you don't actually understand yourself and understand what you want and what you stand for. So therefore you can't even, so it's almost like you're wasting your time saying, well, I need to fill her out for what? The feeling of her filling out the situation means you actually have to be looking for something. And then the thing you said you're looking for is to make sure she don't talk in broken English. That's fine, but you still are not. Okay, let me give you an example, caller. Look, check this out. It's like this, right? If I say, hey, you know what? I got to feel a chick out before I give her dick. And you say, why, Lucario? And I say, well, the reason why I want to fill her out is because I want to make sure she's worth getting the dick. Okay, what is something that needs to happen in order for her to be worth getting the dick? And I say, okay, well, cool. Well, I got to make sure that a chick is following my lead to the T consistently before she gets the dick, right? So I say, I text her, I say, hey, meet me here. She meets me there on time. We're talking, we're flirting, we're interacting, and then she's responding to me the way I need her to respond to me, and she's following my lead the entire time. So now you ask the question, so Lucario, how is her following your lead correlated to y'all fucking or her getting the dick? And I'll be like, okay, cool. So the reason why I want her to follow my lead is because when I'm dealing with a woman, right, and I'm having her in my space and in my life, I want to make sure that she is listening to what I'm saying so that when we interact, she doesn't fuck up my situation. And she won't fuck up my situation because she's listening to what I'm saying. So now that she's listening to what I'm saying, I will allow her to get dick. You see how I'm correlating it to why I need to feel her out to see if she's going to follow my lead in order for her to get dick? That's what I'm saying. What is the connection between what you said and her getting dick? That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to ask you. But you don't know.
And what's
now that you gave me that breakdown, and I thought about it just as you were saying, because I would say like I don't really like understand a whole lot of slang, so I more like gravitate to like
smut.
English
Right. But this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this: why do you need to understand the slang for her to get the dick? You're still not making a connection.
You're making it about the slang and not tapping the ass.
Because me not understanding it might hinder my responses.
No, but everything you're doing is hindering your. Okay, when Lucario and I. This is what you understand. We don't talk sex. We embody sex, which makes her want to interact with us sexually. But you don't understand that. You don't see. You're projecting sex from the outside. So you're trying to force a round peg in a square hole. That's your problem.
So Cole, you ever ate cereal?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever ate cereal with a fork?
I tried it once.
And how did that work out for you?
Terrible experience.
Okay, so this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that that's like me saying, you know what? Before I eat cereal, I gotta feel the situation out to make sure there's forks there so I can eat the cereal. Like, where's the connection? Because you say, well, wait a second, that don't even make sense. Like, the fork is irrelevant to eating the cereal. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, where you're saying irrelevant shit. Like, so what I'm saying is this: if I talk to a woman and I'm sexually attracted to her, sexually interested in her, right? What I'm trying to get you to get you to think about is, what does the sexual situation have to do with her not knowing how to talk? Do you understand what I'm saying? So meaning like, what, like, so for example, like I've fucked with chicks who speak Spanish, full Spanish. I don't know no Spanish. We was on Google Translate on the phones. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that me having sex with her has nothing to do with if I can understand her. Do you understand what I'm saying? And like that. So what I'm saying is, you're still not correlating. Like, you know what would have been better? You would have been better off saying, you know what? I need to feel her out, talk to her, make sure she took a STD test, and then I'll fuck her. That makes sense, because that's correlated to the sex. That's correlated to the interaction. That's what I'm trying to say. So what I'm saying is, you're making up things that don't correlate to the actual situation because you don't have a program.
Right. What do you want from? Okay. What do you want from her?
It depends on my initial thought when I first see her.
See, there's the problem. The answer is, I want nothing from her, because there's nothing a woman can give me that I can't give myself, except a baby. That's it. But the problem is, you want something from her, so you're already losing.
You said it depends on what? When you meet her?
My initial thought when I see her.
And see, that's what we're saying. You don't have a program. So, when I walk into a Subway restaurant, you think that they do things dependent upon me walking in, or do they do things the same way no matter who walks in?
Same way no matter who walks in.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why I say you don't have a program. You should have a thing already in place before you even talk to a woman or meet a woman. That's what I'm saying. So when you do meet the woman, you put her through that protocol. And the protocol you put her through should be correlated to what you're trying to do.
Which means Lucario's saying, as far as Subway goes, you have to pick your bread first.
Right.
You have to pick your bread, you pick your meats. Then after your meats, you pick your little veggies you want on that shit. And if you want some liquid ass shit on that motherfucker, or you want it heated up, you see what I'm saying? It goes through a conveyor belt, and the system never changes.
Exactly.
It's always the same.
And that's why you're confused.
Right. So when you walk in the subway, like the car is saying, you got to follow the system. You can't switch it up. You can't say, hey, let's go over there to the fucking the mayonnaise first. Say, no, motherfucker. We got to pick your bread first.
Mm-hmm.
That's the system.
Right. And so to call it, that's why you're confused. That's why you called it and said, should I approach that girl? The reason why you're saying that is because you have no system in place. You have no program for when that girl, you're talking to her and interacting with her. That's your problem. And what I'm saying is you're just it's not like you making shit up. Like, well, I got to make sure she knows how to talk English. What does that got to then? And that's why I kept harping on what does that have to do? Because if you could actually connect it, then that would make sense. But you still not connecting it. You understand? It's not like you said, well, when a girl speaks that type of stuff, right? It makes me lose concentration, and then that makes my dick soft, and then therefore I can't fuck her or something. Like you're not even telling me why. You have no rhyme or reason. You're just saying shit.
So caller.
Let's say, for example, I'm having a conversation with someone and they start to talk slang. I'd like,
what is a conversation? But you don't understand what's the conversation you're having, because it has to come from the smut. What is the conversation that you're having?
I'm using a regular example. Okay. Conversation with one of my friends. And
we're not talking about your friends. Stop. We're not talking about your friends. We're talking about the conversation you have with a woman. Get your friends out of this shit. What is the fucking conversation you're having with this woman, dude? That's our problem. What's the conversation?
What I notice about myself is that I tend to distract myself whenever someone uses that slang that I don't understand.
Are you saying that to the woman?
Could you repeat that?
What? Okay. What are you saying to the woman?
All I'm saying to the woman is that I'm free on this day at this time. Are you free on this day at this time?
Okay, sir. Who are you?
I'm Raphael.
No. So if some woman some guy walks up to you and says, "Hey, my name is Rob. I'm free tomorrow at 3:00." The fuck are you gonna say?
Free for what?
Well, it's a guy saying that, so it's a kind of a trick question. But anyway, so that's the question. Free for what?
For us grabbing a coffee.
But who are you to? Okay. What smut magazine did you read where some guy walks up and say that to a woman? That's got to be in a smut magazine, dude.
That's what they usually do, and I get dates out of it. So.
But okay. Look. What we need to, because Lucario ain't got much time. Look, what you need to do is this. Look, when Lucario leaves, I'm going to explain to you why you are going to fail in the system. Okay, you just need to hang in there. Okay, because Lucario's got to go. Okay.
Yeah, so guys, make sure you go over to Steve's channel. He about to go over there. And guys, make sure you go to shoplucario.com and badboymembership.com. And I'm gonna holler at y'all. Y'all be safe.
Yeah. So guys, we're gonna let Lucario's guys out, but y'all stay. I'm gonna explain this right here to explain to you guys why you failed. But let me take Lucario's guys out, and we will continue this in a second. Okay. So let me let Lucario's guys out, and I will break it down, sir. Okay, guys, get your crowns out. We're going to explain. I will explain to you, but let me go ahead and put the music on, and let me get Lucario's guys out. And Lucario's guys, camera.
I love the way you suck my dick, bitch, and lick my balls.